This tutorial is for disassembling the steam actuator and explaining the steam path function. First, I take off the steam wand with pushing the spring plate with the two notches. Then I take off those two screws as shown. This is for taking off the cover from the steam actuator. Here I show you the steam path. Steam enters into that connector. There is our steam aeration valve. When I pull the lever, steam flows out to the steam wand. If I close the steam wand, the aeration valve closes and release the pressure to the drip tray. I show you now how to open the left side. You need that when you need to change an NTC probe or change the seals on the PM. So there's these two spring pins, take them out. There is a support plate secured with one screw. Take that support plate off. I also take off the Teflon bearing ring. Now we see that white Teflon ring. I slowly take it off. It's possible that they are black in the future. Then I disconnect the NTC probe and I cut one zip tie and I slowly route the plug and the wire through the top and route it by this connector. Sometimes it's even better if you take the connector off first, but it's possible without. Then from this plate I take off one screw which holds the NTC probe on that steam connection piece. Then I can slide it out. If you need to take out this connection piece, there's a thumb screw. Make sure you don't pull the piece out on the hoses. Take a screwdriver and pull it like this. After, it helps to put some 111 moly cut to the O-rings. Next, I take apart the right side of the steam actuator. For that, I take out the screw, take off the lever, take out the plunger, the compression spring, and the Teflon bearing ring, the black lock cap. To take out the shaft, I attach a screw to the thread and I try to pull it out. Then I take off the seal. I can take off the screw now, and for the PM I need to change those bearings. In future version it will be a new part. Next, if you have an issue with the photoelectric sensor, here is how they are routed. You see on the upper position auto steam and on the down position it's the manual steam. This is very important when you change that harness. So if you change, you need to disconnect it here by this plug. Then you take off those two small Phillip head screws. Each sensor has one screw. Important, the label, maybe make a picture prior you take off this little harness. So we start now to put everything back together with attaching the two photoelectric sensors. Make sure the routing is properly. Then I insert the spring, the plunger, then then the bearing to the shaft, the spacer, the other bearing, and then the seal. Make sure the right position, as I shown, faces to the steam direction. Then I can push the shaft inside, and it's like horizontal routed, so it's a little bit easier after for putting the handle. I put the Teflon ring inside the housing, the lever. I put a little bit 111 mollycob loop, and don't forget to put on the lock cap. There's only one position that lock cap will fit. Then I put the lever back on and take the screw and hand tight put it back. Next, I gonna mount back the NTC probe to the steam connection piece and put the plastic screw back on. Also, don't tight this one too much. The plastic can easily break. Then I route the NTC wire through the housing. Sometimes it helps with a little tool. In my case, I took a little screwdriver and routed through the housing of the actuator. Then I put the seal on the shaft. Also important, the direction. Then I put the Teflon bearing ring back, the two spring. Then I attach the steam connection piece and the little support plate with the screw. And finally I put the cap back on with its screw. Then I'm gonna attach this connector. I put it slowly back in. Make sure you don't pinch the photosensoric wire or the NTC wire. And put back the thumb screw. After that I put back the lid. Also make sure here that you don't pinch the wire with the lid. This is very important. Then turn around and attach the two screws which hold the lid. Then put back the steam wand, connect the NTC probe, and put a zip tie that everything is nice and tightly. Cut the zip tie. At the end, I check if the lever is functioning properly. Thank you for watching this tutorial.